this final judgment, the lake of fire, this is what the Bible calls the second death. And here's where it comes in the timeline. We have in our future, hopefully one day very soon, the second coming, when there's the judgment of God determining who's going to be resurrected now and who's going to be resurrected later, separating the sheep from the goats. What choice did they make? The repentant will be raised at that time. They will put on God's immortality. Everlasting life will begin for them. They go to heaven with Jesus and they reign with him for 1,000 years. During this time, the unrepentant are asleep in the grave. They have no idea any of this is going on. But at the end of the 1,000 years, they will be raised in the second resurrection. All of the graves will be emptied. God will raise them to life to face the final judgment at that great white throne, where the books are opened, everybody can see the score. Everyone can see what the unrepentant have done. They will understand why they're in this category. Everyone else will have contempt on them, abhor them, as the Bible said. And that contempt will never go away because it'll be so evident the depth of their rebellion against the God of love and truth and goodness. And the Bible doesn't specify how long this period goes on where they're alive again, the books are being opened. We don't know how long that goes on, but we do know what happens next, and that is the final judgment where they are destroyed in the lake of fire, along with death in the grave. If we look at these two judgments, perhaps a good way of understanding it is to consider the first judgment, the verdict, guilty or not guilty. Two different groups are created based on that verdict. And then the final judgment is the execution of the sentence. In our judicial system, when a person is found guilty, the judge sentences them, and then that sentence is carried out, whether that is going to prison, paying a fine, or even being put to death. Those are two different events, the verdict and the execution of the sentence, but they're all part of the same process. Let's talk about that sentence. In the passages we've looked at regarding the final judgment, we've seen these words: slain, consumed, corpses, destruction, the second death, not found written in the book of life. This helps us understand what that sentence is. But haven't we known all along? The Lord God commanded the man, saying, "Of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat from it, you will surely die." And again, it's important that it's not just you will die, you will surely die. In the Hebrew, it's the word that means die twice. You will die, die. That's distinct from just getting old and dying, getting sick and dying. It's not the first death, it's the second death. That's how the book of Revelation describes it.